final quarter of the International Cup for the Grand Final 2008 at the MCG. New Zealand leading by a goal over Papua New Guinea.
And we'll have a secondary bounce.
Just check those scores at three-quarter time. PNG 4-10-34 after kicking 2 goals 5 in the second quarter to New Zealand. There's now 6-4, having kicked 1 goal 1 in the third term.
Messi to start off with in this final term. Leka has it for PNG. And a good mark again. Pinder been fantastic as he puts it inside. Another mark. Oh, he had it and lost it. Pirika. He just couldn't quite get his hands on it. Ela. And a free kick coming back to New Zealand. Crichton to take it.
Definitely there. Tony Abate from AFL Game Development.
Yes.
PNG. This is the third grand final you've had in the International Cup. They've been in all of them, but they're looking to break through.
Look, they've been runners-up for 2 international cups, 2002 against Ireland, 2005 against New Zealand. They've got a chance to win it here. They've been behind all night. It's a thriller at the G. I'm looking forward to the finish.
Apamumu got the free kick there. So you just see the slight push out from Doran. And the kick up to half forward. And again diving in on top of this, but again PNG with numbers. Dida has it. Back to Leka. Handball just conceding a little bit of ground. Sometimes you have to do that in order to get forward. And the mark taken by James. It's again they set up here, PNG.
You'll notice New Zealand have got the zones set up in the defence.
And they play on quickly. Sasuvi puts it up high. 3 PNG players went for it. Falls to the ground. Crichton besieged at the back. Pirika, can he bend it? No, touched. Just couldn't quite get it around enough. But a handy point for the PNG boys as they edge ever closer to the New Zealand total.
4-11-35 PNG, 5 points behind. New Zealand 6-4-40. That ball went through, it just was touched off the hands.
So a rush behind. Now the Falcons with their captain, Congolton. They need a goal to hold out PNG. Now this is Doran. Well, that's a great recovery to Hurst. Good tackling. Bouncing off there. Bowden. Snapshot. It's going to fall short. Out of bounds. Now the Falcons took the lead in the first quarter and have held it since. And it got out to as high as 16 points at half-time. So PNG working back at it. You mentioned before, Tony, that PNG full of run.
Absolutely. They haven't given up all night. They're relentless in their tackling, and they play on in every opportunity they get. So, been very impressed with their fitness levels as well.
Well, Ackland got the punch, and now Barry. Best on for mine. Just about by Congolton. Couldn't control it. Now Waluka. Turned over. Here it is with Kaneen. The Falcons desperate for a goal. Now Harris. He's tackled. That's gone.
Great tackle.
How'd you like that from Maluka?
Fantastic tackle. Another example of the way that both teams have been going about this grand final.
Like the jaws of death, those arms.
Yeah, certainly been exciting to watch from all the sides, as Tony mentioned. James. Handball over the top. Barry, who's been superb. Now the big high kick. One-on-one contest here. They've been so strong. Pinder couldn't quite bring it down. Now paddles in front. Nice handball over the top. Ela in all sorts of trouble. Thomas. Gee, it's hard in there.
Tackle.
Monahan.
Great
tackled
tackle.
nicely. And again, call for holding the ball. Pinder fantastic in the contest.
Fantastic tackle here by Pinder. Watch how he just doesn't give up. Fantastic tackle.
Right there with the back too, we should say. But the kick has gone in and another mark.
Playing on again.
Yep, at all costs now. Apamumu.
You're spot on, Tony. New Zealand zone defence with a bit of flood.
This ball goes long inside the 50. One grab two. Nicely done. Pirika takes it again.
Yes, good mark there by Pirika. He missed it the first time, but had the presence of mind to get it on the second bite. This is a big kick. 5 points down for Pirika.
Now this to put them in front. And the right part of the game to do it in the final quarter. Pirika comes in, taking plenty of time. Shot.
Oh, close to the man on the mark.
Very close, man on the mark.
You didn't get him.
And just drifting right. And another behind. They edge ever closer, PNG.
4-12-36. 4 points behind New Zealand, 6-4-40.
PNG with a height advantage on their forward line, but they haven't been able to capitalise. More scoring shots, yet they trail by 4 behind. Now Barry. Barry along with Pinder. Been outstanding. Kicks inside. Now this is Pirika, another great player. Just 16 years old. Ball jars out. Mailing. Can he relieve? 2-on-2. PNG again. And Malure. Just outside his scoring range, Tony.
I think he is. He'll be looking for another option a bit closer to goal. But the New Zealand defence are really standing firm.
Malure, look at Pirika. Loose. Just too easy. And Parika's marked within range. Pirika, he's got 2 goals too. A chance to get his side in front for the first time since the first quarter.
Great lead and great block there by Labai. The New Zealand player was coming across. It was a great block. It was a good lead and a great pass.
We're 7 minutes into the 17-minute final quarter. Pirika has the chance to put the Mosquitoes in front in the grand final. Over the 50-metre
A
arc.
bit close to the man on the mark again.
Oh, well spotted, Tony Abate. Loose ball, running onto it. KC. Well, good courage there from Hurst. The Falcons relieve. Will it come back in yet again? No. Great tackle by the Congolton, the captain. Ball jars out, picking up Maluka. Now PNG looking for a target again. Didn't mark that. Barry kicks, snaps. What a goal! Barry's put PNG in front. And that is Barry's first goal for the night. He's got 1 goal too. And Papua New Guinea, they lead by 2 points.
Yes, Papua New Guinea lead for the first time in the match at the 8-minute mark of the last quarter. 5-12-42 to New Zealand, 6-4-40. And Barry, that is just topped off a magnificent game for him tonight. He has killed them around the grounds, and that was a beautiful effort snap.
An exciting finish, a great finish to this International Cup as we see the ball back in the middle. And again, Barry is going to do it off his own boot, you would think. Good mark, McNally.
Interesting to see now if PNG go to the tempo footy style or they just stick to their natural play on flowing style of football.
We're at the 8-minute mark of 17. No time on in the International Cup.
McNally, big kick in the door. Direction, great mark. Oh, fantastically.
Great mark there by Doran. He's just got in great position and strong hands. Strong hands.
Did very well, and the kick inside the 50 though will be picked up again. PNG.
Beautiful.
Sione, kick across the ground. Now time and space. Waratua, he's been fantastic. 1 bounce, got caught. Good tackle by Crichton. Managed the ball spill free. Apamumu coughs it up. Again PNG with the numbers, but now New Zealand with an opportunity to run. Fantastic work there was David Rattenbury heading towards the 50. Again, he turns the ball over. Gibson, the steadying mark, will switch play across the ground. 2-on-1, and the one almost did very well there just to get the ball spilling free. Carter is the man who was going to take the mark. Again down centre wing, and again another opportunity here for PNG as the Logger moves it into the centre of the ground. Falls to the back. Congolton, the skipper, standing up, pushing it towards 50. Again, the 1-on-1. And a nice pick up, Maliure. They share it around. Labai kicks down the line. New Zealand player went down behind play, slipped over. Tough conditions in the early evening. And PNG with another opportunity to go forward.
That's Maliure.
Both teams, the intensity's really lifted. Both teams are nearly out on their feet, but this is fantastic footy. Pressure finals footy all around the ground.
Strong mark again to PNG. Everitis. 11 minutes of the 17 have elapsed in the last quarter. 2-point lead to PNG, and the man again, Pinder.
And move it on.
Where's Pirika? Not this time. And it's the New Zealanders couldn't take the mark. Strong tackle on James. Here he is. Parika! Parika brings up his second goal for the final term. His third for the match. And the Mosquitoes are out to an 8-point lead at the 11-minute mark of the final quarter.
Yes, Papua New Guinea 6-12-48 to New Zealand 6-4-40. What a game. This has been an absolute cracker.
What a kick, though, too. Just on the angle, he's done that twice.
On his long side.
Last quarter, just bringing the ball back beautifully.
Look at
the celebration.
This vision compliments of the MCC.
Ball back in the middle. What can New Zealand come up with here? James, all the momentum with PNG in this final term. Waluka just going without it, the PNG player there. Graham Ratby picked up. Crichton just managed to get his kick away. Over the back, Doran with the fly. He couldn't take the mark. Players diving in on top of this ball. Bowden trying to push his way through. Monahan, now they've got space. The kick inside the 50. Bradley!
Great mark there by Richard Bradley. If he kicks this, he'll be the equal leading goal kicker of the tournament with Scott Fleming from Canada.
Boy, does he need it.
This will be his 17th goal for the tournament.
The team needs it.
At the moment, he's on 16 goals. Scott Fleming's on 17.
So, Bradley now. This is an important kick.
Yes.
And he's got the goal. So the leading scorer for the 2008 International Cup, and more importantly, he's brought New Zealand back in touch.
Yes, great goal there by Bradley. Great mark, I should say. 7-4-46, only 2 points behind Papua New Guinea, 6-12-48. Can they come back, Brad?
Well, the question is, how tired would these sides be? What's the program been like, Tony?
This is their 5th game in 10 days. It's been a very taxing, although there's only 4 17-minute quarters. To think that New Zealand have led for about 60 of the 64 minutes of tonight's game. Papua New Guinea have only led for about 4 minutes of the game. Can New Zealand wrest back the advantage?
Well, here's Whitehead changing the ruck. He's up against Carberry. NZ out of the centre. Now they have off the hands of Marcus Jones. Over to Rattenberry. They switch play. They need a goal, the Falcons. This is Rattenberry. He takes the kick. The player before was Corey Toussaint. Now, spiked ball, loose ball. There's Bowden, gang tackled with Apamumu laying the tackle. You can see the 50-metre arc. The Falcons are into attack. They trail by 2 points. 13 minutes, final term.
What a game. This has been a fantastic exhibition of football. I'm so glad to see that it's at the G in front of thousands of spectators here at the G.
I would suggest the next goal will win this. PNG, Donald Barry, be fantastic. Goes for a run, almost too far. Just got his kick in time. Nice spot up, Pindar. Dealt with afterwards. No 25-metre, just as we see the mark again. And looking to go on with it. Oh, it's a good tackle. Just managed to escape. Ball here. Oh, diving over the top of it. The Veritu. Just can't break free. The ball will be thrown up.
There's no tempo footy here with PNG. They're just going for it.
Like a bull at a gate. They're going at it at the moment. Ball thrown up. Important possession this. PNG with another opportunity to put it inside the 50. Long, high kick. Can someone take the mark? Oh, that's a magnificent mark by Morgan Jones. Important.
So, Jones off half-back. Still got something here, the Falcons. No, they haven't. Important possession to James. And he punches out and finds KU. PNG spotting up players. They're full of runs still. AC just outside 50. We've now gone 15 minutes. Need a goal here, the Falcons. Ground level, it's Corey Toussaint. Now, there's Marcus Jones. Away come the Falcons. They've got to get a goal to take the premiership. They're the reigning champions. The captain, Kangulton, goes further, hoping for Doran. Good spoiled by Apamumu. Been great in the second half. PNG with possession. Rather, how about that by Doran? That's gutsy.
This is relentless football. Just look at this smother. We just, no quarter given by either side. Fantastic. What a game.
2 minutes left in the grand final. The scores.
Papua New Guinea 6-12-48, 2 points ahead of New Zealand 7-4-46.
The kick up the line, PNG, contested mark, went and slipped through. Buckthorpe picking it up for New Zealand. An opportunity now in the centre, Jones, through the hands there of Malling. He's going to pick up his own ball. Now Donald Barry,
great tackle.
Safe hands, managed to get it to Waratua. One bounce, inside the 50. They come from everywhere. This is hard stuff. The clock continuing to tick down. Players diving on top of the ball. You don't want to do that. Jones heading towards the boundary line. Malling, will he keep it in? No, he can't. As the boundary umpire just desperate to get that ball back and just get the play moving quickly. As we see just a change, as you mentioned there, in the ruck. And it's Carberry in the ruck now. As the pick-up for Papua New Guinea, Logger. Off to Barry. Puts it high to 50. Oh, nice mark.
Great mark there.
That is a fantastic mark. A nice game-saving mark almost. Now they just need to get down the other end of the ground, Brad.
New Zealand trailing by 2 points. Time critical here. Just 30 seconds left. Moving on, McNally. And he does. He gets it to Thomas. Got to move it on quickly here, Falcons. You trail by 2 points. You'd think they'd look at the time clock. Vital here. That was going up was Rattenberry. The defender is Siuni.
Here's a go.
For Ackland. They need to mark the Falcons. Just couldn't pull it in. Congolton roving the pack. Mangio and PNG relieve.
Oh, time's running out here. This will be the last chance for PNG. Nice pick up, AC. The short kick. Again, give you plenty of air, but they've got numbers. Rava, kick inside the 50. Going up over the back there, couldn't take it. Pirika, great tackle though! And the free kick. Well, and there it goes. Well, Pirika to put some icing on the cake. What a great tackle in the end.
They've won it.
Now they're coming out to celebrate, but Pirika, with a chance to add to his personal goal tally, he's played a fantastic game. And this would just tighten the celebration just a little bit if he could put it through.
Well, his teammates are all celebrating in the centre of the ground. Pirika wants to join them. I dare say he'll kick this pretty quickly.
And look out, watch his celebration too when he kicks this. Pirika. Papua New Guinea are the premiers. By how much, we're about to find out. Comes in. Takes plenty of time. And look at the celebration.
Unbelievable scenes here at the MCG. Unbelievable. Have a look at this kick.
Oh, boy.
Fantastic goal by the young 16-year-old. That's his 4th goal for the game. He has been a star. What a game of Australian football. His final scores, Papua New Guinea 7-12-54 to New Zealand 7-4-46. And I think it was fitting that a tackle at the end of the game, right on the siren, epitomises the whole game, the way the game was played. Strong tackling, rewarded, fantastic goal. What a game.
What a finish.
And I've got Pirika kicking 3 of his 4 in the last quarter. All 3 goals for Papua New Guinea coming off the boot of Amua. Pirika, that's championship winning form. So PNG on their 3rd attempt become the international AFL champions, and they've done it on the MCG at night before the qualifying final between Hawthorn and the Western Bulldogs. What a spectacle, what a celebration of Australian football in its 150th anniversary. Tony Abate from the AFL Game Development.
Well, we are absolutely chuffed. We've witnessed a magnificent game of football. It's topped off a magnificent 10 days. It started 10 days ago with the opening ceremony, the welcoming of all the teams at the MCG. They were presented to all 50,000 people at Telstra Dome last Saturday night. Then they watched Lance Franklin kick his 100th goal. They had a great night at the Telstra Dome. Then they went to Warrnambool, had a great time at Warrnambool, and then to come here and top it off, fantastic day.
What's happening here, Tony?
Silent prayer for the Papua New Guineans.
Do they do this after all their games?
I'm not sure, but I imagine they do. That's now they'll celebrate. Now it's party time.
There's Carberry, the ruckman.
There's their coach, Andrew Cadzo.
These incredibly PNG side come together. They love AFL up there.
Oh, absolutely. And to think the runners up 2 international cups in a row, it's a just reward for a side that, and look, Kevin Sheedy there talking to the New Zealand team. They were gallant in defeat. They were fantastic the whole tournament. These boys have taken a lot out of this competition. They'll go back with great memories and they'll come back a better side. And
some great advice too. I mean, you've got the great man Kevin Sheedy, a legend of Australian football. Even the New Zealanders, plenty of advice there just to go away with their heads held high. They played well.
And look at this, they're gracious in defeat. This is the sort of sportsmanship we've witnessed for this whole 10 days, to see these teams come together, play good hard footy, and then celebrate both in victory and defeat. Great to see.
Yeah, and lining up like they do in the cricket, you see at the end of games, they line up and pass each other.
Good to see. Good to see.
Yes.
New Zealanders will be hurting, but they're very gracious in defeat, and they put up a great effort. To think they led for a good 90% of the game, and they were very, very good.
And to have the honour of playing on the MCG as well.
Oh, absolutely. The opportunity to play on this great ground, they can go home. Every year they watch the grand final and they can say they played on that turf and experience these memories now they can take home with them. It is just a joy for both these teams. They'll have some great memories to take back to their country.
So New Zealand led by 15 points at the first break after taking the lead early in the first term. PNG started off with a couple of behinds. Then at half-time, it was a 16-point lead to the Falcons. At three-quarter time, they led by 6 points, but PNG came home with 3 goals to 1 to win by 8 points.
Yes, they led by, as I said before, they led by 2 points with about 4 minutes to go, and that was the first time they led for the game. They held on to that lead, and it's a credit to this side. Like I said, they didn't know how to play tempo footy. They kept attacking. They didn't stop, and it was a real joy to watch.
That was the biggest leap of the match too, Tony. 16 points at half-time.
Yeah, it's a great grand final. We hope the AFL grand final is this close.
Yeah, well, that'd be super. And I also noticed that the crowd, which is coming in for the AFL qualifying final, I think they might have been cheering PNG on a bit more than the New Zealanders with that Australia-New Zealand rivalry.
I think, look, I think everyone loves the underdog, and PNG were the underdogs tonight. And the natural Australian instinct is to follow the underdog and to support the underdog. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's curtain raiser match here at the MCG has been the grand final of the 2008 AFL International Cup, play between New Zealand and Papua New Guinea. It was a great match of footy. Let's put our hands together for the two teams for a wonderful display as part of this International Cup. Joining me to make the first of our presentations this evening is former Hawthorn champion and legendary coach David Parkin, who's going to join me on the stage. And our first award tonight is for the competition's leading goal kickers. And I say kickers because it is in the plural. From Canada, Scott Fleming, and from New Zealand, Richard Bradley. Well done, fellas. Hope you've enjoyed your time here in Victoria. Our second award tonight is the competition's best and fairest player, and that award has gone to Mike Finn from Ireland. Ladies and gentlemen, the equivalent of the Norm Smith Medal tonight, the best on ground in the grand final, is from Papua New Guinea, Donald Barry. Number 23, well done. Thank you, David. Joining me now and we're going to invite him to say a few words about this wonderful International Cup competition, is AFL 150-year ambassador and legend of the game, Mr. Kevin Sheedy.
Thanks very much. Thank you very kindly, ladies and gentlemen, for coming to the game. Obviously, we know there's another final coming up, but you would have to be extremely impressed with the standard, the commitment and the spirit of both the New Guinea and New Zealand teams here this evening. I'd also like to thank the other teams, the 14 other nations sitting in the grandstand behind myself up there. Well done. Congratulations, over 600 players, raising $2.2 million to come here and tell Australia that they love our game. The standard was of the best I've seen since this has been taken on in the last decade. To New Zealand, congratulations. You have won before, and probably through commitment and a test of time, New Guinea have finally won this trophy. Congratulations to you. Fantastic effort. We have your coach and captain up here, please. Is Alistair all up here? Good man. The bird of paradise has arrived. Hey, congratulations. Fantastic effort. Same with yourself, and congratulations, coach. That's yours. Take it up there, boys.
Been bridesmaids on the last couple of years, but the champions in 2008.
I know they come from everywhere.
Commiserations to the New Zealand side, but fellas, you got to the grand final.
Great stuff there by Papua New Guinea. I've got the ladder, actually, if you want me to go through the ladder of the finishing positions. Papua New Guinea obviously first and New Zealand second. South Africa finished third, Ireland fourth. Nauru finished fifth. Nauru were fantastic. They didn't participate in the 2005 International Cup. They were very impressive and they could easily have finished higher. Canada finished sixth. USA are a bit disappointing in seventh position. Japan in eighth. Great Britain in ninth. Samoa 10th. Denmark 11th. Sweden 12th. The Peace team finished in 13th place with 2 wins. Finland had a win and finished in 14th place. And China had a win, their first win ever in the International Cup. They finished 15th. And India, unfortunately, didn't have a win, but they finished 16th. But they did have a good win on the karaoke machines, I imagine. They were very good, the Indians. The leading goal kickers were Richard Bradley and Scott Fleming on 17. And Parika finished with 15 goals for the tournament, only 2 goals behind.
We just see the customary photo being taken here.
Yeah.
Players getting involved. Now the celebrations can get started. They go on the lap of honour.
They're going to do their lap of honour. Some great celebrations by the Mosquitoes. And like I said earlier, they'll take home. There's the Hawthorn mascot getting in the celebrations. They'll take home some very good memories. The presentation of the best and fairest player of the tournament was Mike Finn from Ireland on 8 votes. Andreas Svensson and Fia Toa from Samoa finished on 7 votes. And Ntutu Homela, Samuel Satibi from South Africa, and Jonathan Balik from the Peace team, and Scott Fleming from Canada finished equal third on 6 votes. So it was a pretty even voting system for the International Cup. We had a great tournament. Oh, look at that.
It's all coming out now.
We had a great tournament, and like I said, it was capped off by a fantastic game of football, and all 16 teams will have some great memories to take back home to their countries. They had a great time in Warrnambool. They had a great crowd at Warrnambool in the night game, about 3,000 to 5,000 people, and really everything worked perfectly. They had a big function at Thursday night at the Crown at Palladium, 1,300 people there, and capped off by a great game of football tonight. Fantastic.
Just tell us the voting system for the
3, 2 and 1.
3, 2 and 1,
yeah.
And awarded by the
umpires.
By the umpires, yes. After each game.
After each game, yes. There's Parika with his, it looks like Buddy Franklin the way he's celebrating there.
What a fantastic,
He could be playing league footy.
fantastic picture there we see.
3 goals in the last quarter by Parika
It was a
to
great
get
one.
PNG to pull them across the line and win their first International Cup after playing in all 3 of the grand finals. This time, sweet victory replaces that bitter taste of losing.